Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Psychosin Project, and I am here with Scrinkles from Scrinkles Metal Asylum, and we are here with the main vocalist for Eluveitie. I haven't screwed up the pronunciation.
Actually, that was pretty impressive.
Thank you. Only because she keeps slapping me every time we get it wrong. Anyway, how's the tour going so far?
Very good.
Yeah.
To be honest, today is fully sold out, and we just come from France. No, that's actually not true. Yesterday we played Belgium, France before, and all the French shows have been sold out. So there's not that much we can complain about.
Excellent.
How have you been getting along with other bands on the tour?
We just met the Skull Mill guys on this tour. We've actually been friends with their manager for years now, but we haven't met them, but really cool guys, and we've toured with Arcona before, and they're just good friends. So chemistry is good, and I also think it's a really cool package, to be honest. Really happy about that.
Excellent. How's the new material from Origins been going down live, have you found?
Good, I would say. It's a lot of fun to play, quite challenging, partly. The material actually got a lot more complex and stuff. It's harder to perform it live, but that's also, well, you got
to embrace the challenge, haven't you?
Challenges keep you healthy. No, it's a lot of fun to play, and apparently they're also good live songs, so people seem to enjoy.
Excellent.
What was behind your decision to re-record then and with the new lineup?
It's actually been two things. One thing was quite pragmatic, for both releases haven't been available since quite a while, and there were several parties, record company and management, who suggested to just how do you say that? Well, just to re-edit it. No.
Re-record it, or
not re-record, just re-release it.
Oh, right.
That was
right. We got it in the end.
Re-release it, and we said, we could do that, but that's a bit cheesy and boring, and we're not the biggest fans of that idea. But at the same time, it was our 10th anniversary that year, and we would have loved to do something kind of special on that occasion anyway, but we were quite limited in time, and we had no real ideas, and then this just kind of came together. We said, okay, we could re-release it, but why not just let's re-record it? And plus we also released an own version of it that was just available for a web shop, and there for that version we also recorded another song, which originally was one of the first songs I wrote for Eluveitie, and that originally was supposed to go on our demo but the song just didn't get finished in time, so we just took it up again and finished it and re-recorded that one.
Excellent. How do you describe the sound of the band to someone who's never heard you before?
I think it's like two bands playing together, just like one pure melodic death metal band and a traditional Celtic folk music band just playing music together.
Great. How would you describe the evolution of the band, and in particular with the new album?
It's always been a very natural development. We all just grew, as musicians and as a band. We actually never do much decisions, if it comes to our music, and I'm basically writing our music, and it's always a very natural process with a lot of intuition, and I don't really think that much. So it's always been a very natural and organic evolution in that sense. If it comes to the latest album, I'd say just before I started writing the songs for that album, we just finished the Helvetius World Tour cycle, which was our longest world tour to date. It took a bit more than 2.5 years. And in those 2.5 years, we haven't done much else besides playing shows and playing instruments and practicing our asses off. And I think all of us grew a lot, as each single one as musician. And that's definitely just something you can hear on the album. As I mentioned it earlier, it got a lot more complex, and that's nothing you can hear. But if you're, for example, if you're a guitar player and you try to play those songs, you will no, it's like holy fucking shit. It's not easy at all, you know.
That one. What was it about Celtic history that felt like it was the right lyrical theme for Eluveitie?
Hard to say. I mean, it was, to me it was just like clear always when I formed the band. But you know, like, I mean, we come from Switzerland, so it's our own ancient history anyway. So I think that's basically where the main interest comes from. You know, it's just dealing with our own roots in a way, and yeah.
Okay.
How would you describe your live shows?
I've never seen one, to be honest. Yeah, it's true. But I mean, what people usually say is that our live shows are quite energetic, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And also, like, there's usually quite a lot to look at and to listen to, because, you know, in Eluveitie everything is handmade. We come on stage with all the traditional instruments and everything, and there's 8 people, and we try to make it sound. I mean, what you hear on an Eluveitie album is pretty much exactly what you hear from the Eluveitie stage, and it's just all made live, and that's what people appreciate. Even though, like, I mean, today and for the next couple of days, unfortunately, we will just be 7. Patrick, our bagpipe player, was forced to leave the tour for a while.
Oh, right.
I'm trying to get a replacement, and I think for tonight we'll just, you know, have backing tracks for the rest
Just
of
got
the
soldier on as best you
so
can.
that people can at least still hear that stuff. That sucks, of course, big time. But yeah, that's usually what people say about our live shows.
Okay. What's your question that you usually says?
Excuse me. What is the most unusual thing that's happened on tour, or do you have any interesting stories?
The most unusual thing? Well, there's. Well, I mean, you know, being on the road, that just comes with crazy things happening in general, I think. One of the crazier things happened, I believe it's like 1 or 2 years when we were playing in China. I think it's like 2 years ago. Probably, yeah. Yeah, we just played a show in Shanghai, I believe, or Beijing.
One of them.
Probably Shanghai, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just finished the show, came back to the dressing rooms, and we were welcomed by the police of Shanghai. And we were like, okay, good evening, what's going on here? Then it was like, passports. Okay. Then as soon as they had our passports, they were like, okay, you need to come with us. And we didn't know what was going on and why, and Jesus Christ, you know, like,
yeah.
I mean, it's you know, it's
not the pleasant
China,
thing.
it's not. Yeah, exactly. So it's a whole different culture as well, and you know, we didn't exactly know how things work. It was a bit scary, and yeah. Then after all, we just basically spent the night at the police station, and we got interrogated, like, person by person, and in the end, we just had to pay them like 1,000 euros or something like that, and then we could leave. But still, until today, we don't exactly know what the problem was.
Right.
I think they probably just wanted to make some extra money or something like that. But yeah, that was a bit of an eyebrow raiser.
Yeah, definitely.
What does the future hold for the band? And have you started working on any new material yet?
Well, this is actually only the second leg of the Origins World Tour cycle, so we'll be on the road for at least the next 2 years. The last album just came out in August, so there's not that much fun on a follow-up to that. Well, I started writing the first song for the next album, but you know, I'm still collecting ideas and stuff.
Okay.
And finally, is there anything else you'd like to say to your fans?
Well, to me, it just remains to say thank you guys for the interview, and thanks to all the readers or listeners or whatever, I don't know.
Listeners.
Listeners. Yeah, for their interest in Eluveitie, and see you on the road sometime.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.